Hello, podcast listener. The next couple of episodes were actually recorded prior to Crimes of Grindelwald, but due to me wanting to be somewhat timely with Crimes of Grindelwald, I'm choosing to put them out now. So here they are. The Christmas episode has also already been recorded. Yeah, I think even that was before. No, it was after these. So the timeline's all messed up and everything's terrible. Well, it's great though. Merry Christmas! And not Merry Christmas because this is the Christmas episode, but here's another episode for you. So I'm gonna sing an opening song now. Mandy, it's the film Mandy. Nicolas Cage, he's very strange in this one. Mandy, oh, it is Mandy. My creativity has run out.
Queen. I like that's the beginning of the podcast, and now people
Well, it's
think...
probably, I don't think I got the whole sentence, so it's going to be like, it's just going to go, like Queen. And that's how I describe this movie. A lot like Queen. Welcome back to Hurd Ya Saw. That was a crap opening, Jesus. We're back in the Genesis bar. We've not actually recorded in here for a little while.
Getting back to the roots.
Yeah, I mean, if we were at that table, we'd be at the very spot where we recorded the first episode of this very show. Do you remember Dave?
Yeah.
Fucking that random dude called Dave in the first episode?
The guy that just came over?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we allowed to have his voice because we were like, well, we don't. We didn't know this was going to be a podcast.
Yeah, we didn't think this would be... This is going to be episode 33, I think? 33 episodes, lads. That's quite a lot. So, we are talking about... We're talking about Mandy this time. I'm joined by Morten Wright.
Hello.
Who's been absent for like a million episodes.
Not for one. I don't know what I was supposed to say there.
We miss you.
Okay, cool.
You know, like...
I miss you too.
Well, now we're back together and we'll never be apart. It's good to have you here, and also maybe don't have your hand in front of your mouth when you talk on the podcast. I don't know what else I expected. I'm also joined by Shay Collins.
Hello.
Podcast stalwart. Possibly, apart from me, has like the highest number of appearances, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about EJ?
No, because...
Because I missed some episodes. I think EJ might be in...
But you and me have done more one-to-one episodes.
But then you did Brick with EJ and Mummy with EJ.
That's true, yeah. One day I won't. I was going to say one day I'll go through and figure out like a ranking total and start giving you all ranks and make you figure shit out.
That's Sean's job. He's the treasurer.
Is he? I thought he was... No, I thought Racy was... Fuck it. Let's talk about the movie. We begin as ever with one-line hot takes. Oh, God.
You've not even said the film yet.
Yeah, I said we're talking about Mandy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mandy by...
Pablo.
No.
Paolo.
Pamos.
Pamos Contimos? Cosmatos?
Patos Comantos.
Oh, we're bad at this. Yes, this is a horror movie? Horror? Kind of, would you say? Because I don't think anything in it was particularly scary. It felt more like reverse slasher kind of thing, thrillery. Anyway, one-line hot take. Morten, what's your one-line hot take of what the thing we just watched was?
The people next to us chose a very odd point at which to give up and leave.
No, actually, I understood. I was like, oh, you know what? They're like, oh, this is what this film. No, I'm not in.
No, because they left before it became what they probably wanted, which was Nick Cage.
Yeah, but I think they were just like, oh, this woman is being fridged. I don't want to watch this. Let's get out of here.
It's like, there's no way this goes to a good place.
Yeah.
And it didn't go to a good place. Shay, one-line hot take.
Nicolas Cage is a poet of the metallic order of apocalyptic world.
The metallic order?
You reached far too far there.
No, I think you reached precisely as far as this movie did. I was also going to say that, God, I've missed Nicolas Cage just being, because here's the thing, right? The thing about this film is that the first, like, I don't even know how long, because time ceases to have meaning.
Yeah, no, I couldn't see my watch because the screen was so dark the whole time that I was like, I want to know if this has been an hour or 5 minutes.
Yep, it's hard to tell, but once your inciting incident eventually okay, actually no, forget that sentence. My one-line hot take is I admire a film that has the balls to drop its title card halfway through the movie. That was incredible. I was just like, okay, so now the movie begins for real.
You would have loved climax.
Okay, so should we recount the premise / plot of Mandy?
Okay.
Between us, EJ's not here to do their usual role of... I don't know what EJ would have made of this.
Nicolas Cage and Andrea Riseborough, husband and wife, they live in the forest together. They've got like a beautiful relationship. Some like a kind of Christian-y cult drives past Andrea Riseborough.
The children of the new dawn.
The leader Jeremiah gets obsessed. They call upon these LSD demons who
Bondage lizards.
Bondage lizards. Who
Biker bondage lizards.
help kidnap Andrea Riseborough, so then Jeremiah can try and have sex with her. She laughs at him for being pathetic, which is a great point where because he's written like this song and
oh my gosh, like you wrote this song about you and then just laughs at him and he angrily masturbates.
And she gets fridged and Nicolas Cage then goes on a murderous revenge rampage, and
that's the whole film. Solid.
I just need to make one addition.
Yeah.
So the leader of the cult.
Jeremiah.
Yes. Do you know who he is?
The character or the actor?
The actor.
I don't.
He is Linus Roach. As in...
Is this a Twin Peaks thing?
No. This is a Coronation Street thing.
Oh God, he's
Wait, what?
No. He is William Roach's son who plays Ken Barlow in Coronation Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy. Wow. Okay. Well, if you've ever wondered what his incredibly flaccid penis looks like.
Actually, that was really unclear to me. I was trying to look and I was like, the colour, I couldn't tell if it's cut or uncut, and I was looking and
I think uncut.
I think it was uncut because of like the hole, so it looked like, cause it was too, I was like, oh, it's probably...
You've both lost me.
Oh, we're talking about Jeremiah's penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
uncircumcised, right?
Oh, right, okay. I wondered what the bloody hell you meant by uncut. I was just...
No, it was definitely uncut because we saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Penis talk.
the new segment on Hurd Ya Saw.
We could have done it penis talk in the Pink Flamingos as well. So, who would like to talk about their thoughts about this movie first? Morten, you've been absent for a while.
Yeah.
Let's check in.
It's patience testing. I was probably not awake enough for it because every time it felt like it was about to get going, a character seemed to just speak poetry for like 5 minutes, and it was just like, okay, what? No, why hasn't Nicolas Cage been in it or killed anything yet? And then
it's a slow burn.
Yeah,
it's but then about
halfway through, they're just like, right, okay, you've dealt with that. You've dealt with the weird culture. You've dealt with the burning of his wife. So I was very confused for about the first however long of this film because I thought I had read that it was his daughter that was kidnapped.
Oh.
So I was just like, this is a very odd relationship.
The way that they sleep together in the same bed and a lot of kissing on the mouth.
So it's like, right, you've got through the first half. Now just have like a 5-minute scene of Nicolas Cage screaming
that was fantastic.
In tighty whities in a bathroom.
It was amazing.
And it was amazing.
I
could have watched that
jump,
for like
jump
90
in, Shay,
minutes.
please. Yeah.
I really want to say, so expanding on my point, Nicolas Cage is a bit of a poet.
He's a national fucking treasure.
That screaming where he's acting and emoting of like, I'm really upset about my wife being killed, and I'm angry, and I'm also chucking vodka on, and I'm in pain because of all my cuts and bruises
He
and
got
everything.
stabbed
Yeah,
really
he got stabbed
bad.
really deep.
And didn't seem to be
And barbed
relevant.
wired,
Yeah.
cuffed with his hands, and he's pouring and he's screaming in that bathroom, and I'm like, oh my god, this is some powerful goddamn acting.
Yeah.
And there were moments that Nicolas Cage was called for to be laughed at, like, haha, yeah, isn't that fun? But that moment, I was like, hey, people, don't laugh.
Yeah.
This is fucking great acting.
It was really good. Like,
and this is not a funny moment. You're just laughing because you think Nicolas Cage screaming means you should laugh, and fuck you guys.
yeah.
That was
There were definite moments of intentional comedy in this.
For sure.
Like the bit when he fucking like kills the knife penis. kills the knife
See,
penis
that
demon.
penis was cutting.
That was a cutting penis. Kills the knife penis demon. Kills that other demon guy, and then just picks up the broken glass with all of the cocaine on it. And it's just like. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is hilarious. It's fucking brilliant.
But then he like accidentally. Then he just goes, "What is this jar?" And takes it. It's like, oh, it's LSD that will ruin my mind for eternity.
Yeah, and now I'm ruined forever? Query?
And that was the other spoilers at the end where he's like smiling, like covered in blood.
Yeah.
And that was like really sad to me. And you guys laughed, and I was like, oh my god, this is really sad.
It would It was kind of funny just because I think you can't choose a cut like that to go from all these really lovely shots of Andrea Riseborough, and then go from her looking all like, oh, and it's like flashbacks when they first met and Dardly-dar, and he's clearly tripping fucking balls, just being like, I'm seeing the things I want to see. Then it cuts back to me, like full on grind teeth, and I'm just like, that's intentionally kind of funny because the juxtaposition is really strong. It is sad.
And horrible, and I was like, oh no.
You've got to make them laugh to make them cry.
Sure.
How did you find the pacing, Shay?
Yeah, I found I like the music and the sound of it, and I kind of like the visuals, so I was okay with the pace. And then the Children of the Corn people came in. I'm like, these people aren't. They're not great for the pace in terms of their little side.
Yeah.
So you're like, I don't care. I was happy to watch Nicolas Cage be all lovey-dovey in this kind of ethereal world with Andrea Riseborough. That was nice.
That was nice.
I was fine with that.
I like they
Them
live.
talking about planets. It's like, let's do that.
This is cool. This is definitely the sort of film where like it wants you to just take a nice long bath in the like atmosphere and visuals and the sound design of it. Like sound design's fucking top notch. I really, really enjoyed the way that music was used. There was so much. Like I watched the first episode of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix with my housemates the other night, and there's a lot of good use of horror chords kind of stuff to signify stuff. And there's a lot of great use of horror chords in this, of just like, sort of like danger music, and you're like, oh my god! And it's like going back to proper 80s era fucking slasher stuff, but through this lens of like, almost felt like fucking 70s art film, kind of just like, everything is an experience.
It had a slight Giallo feel kind of to it as well.
It was a Giallo taken.
Yeah, it is Giallo taken. It's a good description of it.
Bad.
That I think that's what's also good about that pacing is like if you just jumped much more quicker into like his metal slashing killing, you would have just gone, oh, this is silly.
Yeah.
And like it is funny that a lot of that stuff, and you're supposed to go, haha, isn't this fun?
Yeah.
But if you just if you got into that faster, you would have just been like, oh, how silly, and you wouldn't have taken any of the film at all seriously.
Yeah, I think it was well constructed. I mean, I'm always a big fan of like stuff that is very out there, and I think this was pretty fucking out there in terms of just
quite tame.
You contrarian bitch.
No.
Welcome back, Benedict Arnold. I hope you're looking forward to betraying me. It's out there, and I quite like that. It's sort of like no. I'm just gonna take you through the whole thing, and it's slow pace, yes, but I think that kind of it worked for me well enough because I was just all like, oh yeah, you know. There are lots of little bits, but they just didn't bother to explain things, which I liked. Where he goes to his fucking like, I've come to get the Reaper. From that fucking dude in a caravan. He's like, I've made these mega kill arrows. And possibly one of my favorite lines, like, goat cuts through bone like a fat kid through cake.
I don't think a fat kid uses a knife when they have cake.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
that's what those arrows do to your skull.
And then they did nothing.
Well, he shot like 2 people with them and it didn't work.
One of them just pulled it straight through their neck.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, what's this? That's annoying.
Yeah. The thing is, I enjoyed this film. I don't think I ever need to see it again.
No.
That is exactly my. It was fun,
Yep.
but there are so many other fun films with much more substance to them.
Yes.
That I would watch again. I would never watch this again. I'm like, oh yeah, I had my fun watching Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Go,
This
no,
reminded
no.
me a lot of like Winding Refn kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of like really strongly put together aesthetics in pursuit of one core, very simple, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it to like, you know, within a nanometer of exactly how it is in my brain. And like, if you like that sort of thing, which I tend to, then great. If you want something that's got any kind of like nuance or...
But even with, like, to bring up Refn's biggest fuckboy cinema film, Drive, which I guess I'm a fuckboy because I like it.
I like Drive.
I like yeah.
I like.
We'll
I'm just
like
gonna be real. I like Winding Refn's work. He himself is apparently a total dickhead, you know, and he does have what could be described as kill problematique
But I feel
subject
like
matter and ideas occasionally.
At least with his films, they have much more feeling behind them. Like,
Yes.
they do have that. Here's a strong aesthetic, but they have much more feeling. Well, this didn't have that much feeling towards it because it was just like this person got fridged, so he's getting revenge. So it didn't have anything like here are these deep, complex emotions. Are like
Well, there's in comparison to Drive, sure, but this reminded me a lot of Only God Forgives.
No, there's more depth to that.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, there's more depth to it, but it still felt closer in terms of like.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. in
These
that
aren't so
sense
much
of it's
characters
just-
so much as they are very carefully curated statues that are rolling
Right,
through
yeah.
the scene. Then they
Yeah.
collide with each other in some kind of crescendo of violence, and you're like, that was enjoyable.
There's still more character work in Only God Forgives.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well,
But I totally get the
yeah.
idea of statues. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like, except in this case, one of the statues was Nicolas Cage, having a whale of a time by any accounts.
Before entering into a really weird Blade Runner-esque diversion with a tiger.
What the fuck was that?
I think that was him meeting like God and the creator, right? Because that was the maker of the LSD. So he was like meeting the creator, who happened to have a tiger.
Yeah.
I think
He
that
wasn't
was.
developing photos, he was making LSD. Right, okay. I was really confused. I was like, why isn't this room red?
It's the only fucking room in the film that's not red.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, you had all the little tabs.
What? Did he call the tiger Adam as well?
No, it's Tiger's Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Yeah.
Remember he said,
Yeah.
bye, Lizzie.
I didn't understand the tiger, but the tiger was fun.
I liked it that when...
He had a tiger on his shirt at the beginning.
And also when he looked at... When Nicolas Cage first entered the scene, he looked at him and it was just like animal growling noises. And I'm like, wow, he's just like an animal now.
Yeah, the tiger on the show. That's a good link.
Yeah.
You could be like, oh, that's him.
His
Like
him letting
his
loose the
good-
beast.
well, no, more his because the tiger's good. The tiger's calm and lovely and going,
Yeah.
oh, I'll go off and like just like his T-shirt that he wears when he loses his wife, he kind of
Yeah.
loses his
Yeah.
good pure self.
That's
and,
my
like,
favorite shirt.
yeah.
What was with the fucking like, you're a mean snowflake?
Yeah, I found that.
What the fuck was that?
Who knows? Who
It's
knows?
so...
Going back to that previous point, though, I was expecting a tiger fight.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
quite
for a
disappointed.
moment I was just like, is he gonna fight a tiger?
Yeah,
Is that
I was
gonna happen?
really looking forward to him fighting
There
a
were some
tiger.
disappointing moments. Like, didn't get to have a tiger fight. You didn't get to see him pull a nail out of his hand.
No.
You didn't like the axe fight. like the first axe fight wasn't that good.
Yeah, none of the combat
chainsaw
was
fight,
great.
Yeah,
It
none
was
of the
just
combat
like,
was that good.
I liked the axe flying through the air.
Yeah, the axe flying
before
through
it
the air was
hit the
great.
guy in the head. That was a very interesting shot. It was Lord of the Rings close up on the ring style shot of just this axe flying through the air in like a completely different kind of lighting and grading to the rest of the film.
It's just like elsewhere an axe is flying. Oh my god. Like yeah, I feel like I wanted there to be like some, in many ways I would have liked it to be a bit more violent, because
Yeah.
like the axe thing, I wanted to see him fucking go to town on someone with that axe.
They made a big deal of like, here is Nicolas Cage making an axe with sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Look how cool this shiny axe. He has taken a lot of time out
Look
of
at all
his
this
revenge
lens
hunting
flare.
to make. Isn't this axe going to be really cool? And you're like, yeah, it is. And
It's
then
fucking cool.
"No,
Yeah,
it's
at the
not
same
that
time,
cool."
he did seem to make it in like an hour at most,
It was
according
very
to the
shiny,
timeline
wasn't
of
it?
He
the
spent a
film.
lot of time polishing it,
Yeah.
off screen, just like, oh, in 6 hours I'm gonna fuck those guys up. Hope I don't bleed out from my massive chest wound.
It was his equivalent of the window going up and down scene.
That was a great sequence, just like.
That was good.
This plays great on podcast, doesn't it? Just me doing an impression of a window motor. Andrew Riceborough was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did good. I was like,
She's always good.
Yeah.
solid. This whole movie seemed to take place inside an 80s death metal album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it was, and it had about as much substance as that. Like lots of here's the thing. I was kind of hoping, because I saw one trailer and I was just like, yeah, I'll watch that. And I was really hoping in the beginning, I'm like, oh, are we going to get like some fucking cosmic Cthulhu, look at you, tiny mortal, you're nothing in the face of the cosmos. Because you had all that like lovely space shots and stuff, and, like the weird sky bleeding aurora borealis, and then going, what's your favorite planet? And all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh man, it's going to do like a space thing, and there's going to be like fucking weird tentacle shit everywhere. And then there wasn't. There was only demon blade penis bikers, which is fine. I enjoyed that, but
It set you up with a lot of expectations that it was, like you say, it was going to go to a lot of weird places, and then it doesn't, and you're kind of just left with, oh, it was kind of fun.
it was a really out there presentation of what was ultimately kind of a mundane story.
Yeah.
I would have liked it if the writing had kind of supported the really bold visual style more,
Yeah. It was. I wanted it to be more than a B movie in a way, but it was. It was just a B movie, but I've seen more fun attempts at that kind of film this year. Like Upgrade earlier this year was just.
Is that the one with the guy with the spine thing?
Yeah.
Is that any good? I've seen the trailer for that.
I mean, it's straight to DVD Venom, but
I need you to give me control of your
it thinks
body.
it's the most original film in the world, but is RoboCop. But it's a lot of fun.
All right,
it's
that's good.
ridiculously fun. Whereas this was just kind of like, yeah.
Another film this reminded me of, a film we saw at London Film Festival, because we're professional film people.
I mean, you
In
guys
Fabric.
Oh yeah.
Like, I didn't-
Is that just because there's a guy comedically wanking in it at one point?
And also like the music and also
Yeah.
the giallo thing. And like I didn't like In Fabric that much, but it had something more to it.
Yeah,
And
it had
was
more
like,
to it again than this. Yeah.
And its comedy wasn't just like, haha, isn't Nicolas Cage killing people fun? It's like, no, his like these little really witty.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like
But-
it had a kind of premise of a story that it was just like, oh, it's the kind of the devil shopkeeper that's going to sell you something that's going to like be lovely, but it's got a twist in its tail,
like a
to it
monkey's
kind of
paw
thing.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Whereas and then it was Peter Strickland's version of that
Yeah.
story told twice. Whereas this was just a revenge thriller.
Yeah.
It didn't have it didn't have something that it was working from as its basis. It's like you said, it was just a film, like visual representation of a death metal album cover.
Exactly, with about as like lots of allusions to big concept stuff, but no real delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still liked it. It's fine, like good job, but I would have liked more. I think, well, rather more time in the oven with the script would have been cool.
Yeah.
Workshop-
I'll look back in a few days and feel like I wasted my time with this. I think.
I don't think it was a waste of time. Like we've seen bigger wastes of time on this show.
Yeah.
You know, come on. Will we ever get the time back from us watching fucking Murder on the Orient Express?
I didn't go.
Oh.
This is why Morten avoids this podcast.
Have you seen Murder on the Orient Express?
I've not.
Oh, please watch it.
I can't believe you didn't reach immediately for Pirates of the Caribbean, though.
No, that one, I don't consider that a waste of time. I got a podcast out of that. And also, it hurt me. So...
Oh no, I know what the waste of time was.
What?
Justice League.
Oh, fucking
like
Justice
literal
League.
waste of time.
I mean, we lost half
recording.
we lost half the podcast. I did a nice song impromptuli in the middle of that one. Anyway, let's move to final thoughts. Shay, could you give me your final thoughts?
I think I've said everything. Like, exactly like what you said. Like, visually interesting, but there's nothing to it other than just like that visual. And Nicolas Cage is great. I think he's a great actor. He was really trying in this film, because sometimes he goes in films and you can see he's not trying.
I think the director clearly just said, just go for it. And he was like, all right.
Well, originally he was supposed to be a different role. I think Jeremiah, the director, wanted him for. But
I kind of wish we'd had that. I mean, he clearly did well in the role he had, but imagine him as Jeremiah.
But then
him angrily masturbating while screaming at people.
I would like to know if Nicolas Cage is cut or uncut.
He's American, so probably cut, one would assume.
That's my final
That's your final... Nicolas Cage's penis.
Cut or uncut?
All right, Morten.
Forget the question, good or bad. The real question with Cage is...
We're asking the real questions here.
Cut or uncut?
Morten.
Yeah, it's like you said, it was visually very interesting. I'm just double checking something in that respect. So it is...
You're looking up a cinematographer.
No, Panos Cosmatos is the director, and he's credited as one of the writers as well. I think I'd be interested to see a film where he's just directed something that someone else has written.
I think so, yeah.
But also, my final thought is Elijah Wood produced this.
He produced a lot of interesting horror films there.
That's cool.
That's his jam now.
Good job, Elijah. I think my final thought would be, glad I saw it. It's fine. Wanted more. Please give us more insanity when you go to a... I just really want it to be like... my final thought actually. Big shout out and a lot of love to the excellent typography in this movie, because... there's some lovely bits of text in there, and I'm just like, look at that, it's great. Cool. Goodbye, Lizzie. You are free now, Tiger. Rawr.